different one?
Well, they don't last very long, so only 65% of newborns get through the very first year. Less than 1% make it to the age of 5. The lifespan is 21 years for a robin, so they don't actually live.
I've never seen robins coming back to my garden. Fat robin and pink robin.
Yeah, no, not a thing, I'm afraid. Well, no, probably the robin you know is dead.
And so's the other one.
Yeah.
It's really quite hard, isn't it?
No, it's dead, I was a terrible parent. No, the gerbil died. Now, on the subject of animals being able to see in colour, how do tigers get away with being orange? That seems an extraordinary colour to me, does it not? Such a bright colour, you would imagine impossible to sneak up on your prey.
I think being a tiger probably puts
Helps.
other animals off.
You can choose your own outfit.
Yeah, I mean, they can pretty much have neon lights, high heels, and party hats on,
Yeah.
but still be a tiger.
Well, the answer is that they are able to sneak up on the prey because their favourite meals, which are deer and other ungulates, are orange-green colourblind. So they've only got 2 colour receptors in their eyes. They are dichromats. Now, we wanted to try and recreate the jungle for you, so... So if you imagine that the tiger is hiding, right? So you see it's hiding. Is it hiding?
So this
there?
tiger seems very louche.
You can see him because he's orange.
Look at his eyes. He's not out to get anything.
No.
Why don't you complain? Maybe in his local pret-a-manger.
You see what a deer would see because they cannot see those colours, orange and green. So there's what we might be able to see.
Yeah.
But what they would be able to see is a slightly fuzzier picture. Sort of blend. I know. And in fact, it wouldn't even be that green. It would be more of a sort of muddy colour, so that the thing would hide. So you might think to yourself, have you ever seen pictures of American deer hunters, for example, and they wear those bright fluorescent orange vests? They wear those so that Dick Cheney doesn't shoot them. But also because there they are, and you'd think that's surely all the quarry will see them, but of course they can't because they are trying to shoot deer, and deer cannot see orange and green. The friendly garden robin, redbreast by name, headcase by nature. They're popping down there. But let me just put the rainforest away as well. There we go. Right, what's red and black and a complete racket?
Ooh, Dennis the Menace falling down the stairs.
I love that extra point.
Thank you, Sandy.
So, did you get extra points for being cute?
Yes.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Black and white and red all over, I know that one.
What is that?
Newspaper.
Yeah.
What goes black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white?
Is it a nun falling down the stairs?
No, it's a penguin rolling down the hill.
Table tennis rackets.
They are, aren't they?
Any shape, any size, any weight, but they have to be red on one side and black on the other.
Sorry, any size?
Yes, if you wanted to, play with them enormous. That
Are you serious?
Yes, to the
Why
rule.
wouldn't you?
Because it's difficult. You can't spin
No,
it.
but the ball's tiny. That's why I'm really bad at
Tray
it.
and a broom handle.
Just unless any weight and any size.
Yeah, any weight, any size, it can be.
Lightweight one that would be 18 foot. But that's what you'd
Just
have.
stand at the other end of the table.
Just
like that. Yeah. The red and black thing, anybody know why?
Oh, is it so they can also be used to park an aeroplane?
I'm going to say something now. It's something that someone said to me once. Is you can spin it differently depending on the different sides.
Yes.
What I was told at the youth club.
Is correct. Introduced this rule in 1986 because players were using rubbers with different characteristics on the different sides, and the opponent needed to see which one you were using in each shot. What happened was, in 1980, there was a player called John Hilton, and he won the European men's singles title, and it was a shock result. And the reason it was a shock result is that he was only the 4th best player at his local YMCA, let alone in Europe. But he had one of these combination rackets, and nobody could work out which side he was using, and what they needed to do was to see which side you were using because it mattered to the opponent. But what we really want to do with our rackets is a little bit of business. So if you look down beside you, there is a table tennis racket, and we can see that they have one red side, they have one black side. Now, what I want you to do is hold your rackets red side up like this, okay?
Sounds funny.
Oh, it does.
Oh, yeah.
Eyes and high.
Oh, what is that? Glue.
That's every sports shop you've ever
Yeah.
been to condensed into one racket.
Yeah, it's like Quick Fit going in the back and Quick Fit. You don't need to know what I was doing in the back. We're going to do it. We got a new ball.
Oh, no, we're not doing that. We're going to toss them in the air and so that the rackets spin over, and I want you to catch it red side up. Okay. Okay. So mine's come up black. Black. Can you... Sorry. Mine's coming up black.
It's black every time. It's black every time, Sandy. Why is it?
So you cannot do it. It fundamentally cannot do it. If it starts red, it will end up black.
It's so weird.
Look here, we've done a video of somebody rather more adept, and you can see that we flip it and it lands the opposite side each time. Does anybody know why?
Because of the smell.
It's like toasting butter because it's heavier on one side.
No, so you'd think it was something to do with air resistance or gravity or the weight of the thing. There's an American theoretical physicist called Richard Feynman, and he was asked if anybody could explain this in a simple way, and he was very directly no. It is called, and I'm going to pronounce it wrong because it's a Russian name, it's called a near enough Johnny Bake-Off effect. He was a Soviet cosmonaut, and he was up in the Salyut 7 space station in 1985. He spun a wing nut in order to remove it from a threaded bolt. It spun right off the bolt. It continued to spin after it had come loose, and it suddenly flipped over and started spinning in the opposite direction. Then it flipped back to the original orientation and kept flipping from one to another. This had never been seen before. Let's have a look at the video. It is the most bizarre thing. So there it is. Look at it. It's in the air. It's simply spinning, and then it starts to spin the other way, and then it spins the other way, and it spins the other way like that. Now,
Is it paired with a wing nut in another galaxy?
this would work with a tennis racket as well. It's to do with having an axis here, and an axis here, and an axis here, and this one is the one that we sort of don't think is going to come into play. But it's weird, isn't it?
Yes.
It's weird.
So let's put the tennis rackets away. Okay, here are two squirrels now. Which of these is the most received?
It's the grey, isn't it?
I knew that was going to happen, that's why I didn't say anything. So
The right track, right there. So it is absolutely true that the red squirrel is native to Britain, whereas the grey one is North American. However, the native reds were regarded as an absolute pest, and they were hunted pretty much to extinction in the 18th and the 19th century. So in order to restore the population, the reds were imported from Scandinavia, thank you very much, and Central Europe, and we now know from DNA studies that's where most of the reds that we have actually come from. So the reds are in fact the modern interlopers and not the native species. The greys, I'm afraid, outlast the reds by quite a long chalk. They're better at problem solving. The greys also carry a terrible pox virus, which the reds have no immunity to, and the reds get really stressed. Stressed, they are. They are really
Hey Brian, how you doing? Things are going well at work. I've kind of mislaid a couple of nuts. I don't know what's going on. I think my tail is thinning.
The result is that we now have about 2.5 million greys, and we have less than 15,000 reds.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're mostly actually in Scotland and the
Yes,
North.
and they are in the islands.
In big blue reds.
Yeah.
So some on Arran, for example, that you see, but mostly on the islands. Because in Glasgow, for example, it's just grey squirrels.
There's lots of people eat them now.
I was going to say, can you read them?
There is a restaurant in London, I can't remember which one it is. They do a lot of game, and very occasionally they have squirrel on the menu. There's something to stop you eating squirrel.
This kind of thing of eating locusts and bugs and things like that, about finding alternative sources of protein.
I've tried
I know,
that, that is not pleasant.
I had a locust badgie, and it was one of the worst things.
Oh, what's a badgie?
Well, it's an act like an onion powder thing, so it's an Indian.
do you mean badgie?
A badgie.
Oh, right. You said budgie.
You said badger. I was thinking like a badger, but you wouldn't call a badger a barger, would you?
I was a Lucas Bargin. I'll do the whole show like this now. So, Nick, he hasn't heard the word I've said. I was a Lucas Bargin the other day.
The thing is, darling, you don't need to do that because once we put this show out, we'll use subtitles.
You are such brats.
So this is the Rough and Ready show. But what's red and roughy? Who's allowed that photograph to be taken of themselves?
Mine.
Can I tell you something in an incomprehensible accent?
Well, why ask now?
The one thing that I had to do, and I wasn't told to do it, but someone said to me, you know they film it in 4K. And I was like, right, and you wear a leotard. And I thought, got it. And what they were saying was, please do something. Because the first time I was wearing shorts. And so I had to go for the very first time at the age of 43 for bikini wax, and it was the most terrifying thing that's ever happened in my entire life. It really was. It was exposing and strange, and afterwards I was so
Susan, it's only suggested you have a wax if you're wearing shorts.
These are a bit short, babe. Unless they are transporting triantulas, I think.
Isn't it one of those things that when you've been married for 17 years and you just kind of stop caring because neither of you are going to find anyone else, so you just kind of let it all kind of join up?
But it's also knowing what's in vogue if you haven't been on the market for a while, isn't it? Because, you know, I've been with my partner for 20 plus years, and back then it was plaits and beads. Sort of Willie Nelson, if you will.
So, did you... okay. Just to go, what's the thing, Bermuda? What's the thing?
It's like a Bermuda triangle when everything disappears.
Does a ship disappeared out of there?
Pilots walking out.
Go for it.
Two pilots.
What year is it? 42?
The things I've seen.
What's it called? When you're Brazilian. Not Bermudan Triangle, Brazilian.
So the Hollywood's nothing, Brazilian's the strip, and then there's something where you just go, just make me a bit like
The Macclesfield.
Deal
with that.
The question was, what's red and roughy? And it has nothing to do with these pants at all.
It's like roughly like a dog. Is it a red setter?
It is not a no, but we are heading in more of the right direction. We're heading into the in the animal kingdom.
Okay.
Red animal.
Why are we looking at this picture then?
It was meant to spark conversation, and weirdly it did.
I know about a red panda.
Okay, no, so it's fish, right? Fish.
Red snapper.
No, it's called the orange roughy.
Oh, so it's not red then.
Well, it is actually red. It's
These
weirdly...
questions are shit. What's red and roughy? How can you talk? Red is the answer.
How about the question of being tell us about your pubes?
15 minutes on your pubic hair. Go.
This fish caught on in American restaurants after 1979 when they changed its name to Orange Roughy. Do you have any idea why they might have changed its name?
Because all the other fish were also called Dave.
Its original name was Slimehead. It's about 30 inches long. It's a member of the perch family.
30 inches?
How big's 30 inches?
2.5 feet.
Yeah. That was a very big fish. And they're extremely long-lived. I mean, assuming that they don't get eaten. The average lifespan is more than 120 years.
No way.
There were two caught recently near Tasmania and one off New Zealand. It turned out to be, we think, about 250 years old, meaning they were born in the late 1700s, so at the same time as the first Europeans arrived in the area as the age of these fish.
How do they age a fish, Sandy? What do you do?
You cut through it and you count them.
You're very nearly right. So fish have something called an otolith, so we all have otoliths. We have one in our ear system which enables us to basically stay balanced. But in fish, they're layers of calcium carbonate and they grow over the years. So we can tell how old the fish is by counting the rings in the otolith. Looks a little bit like an onion. It's just a bit like tree rings you can count.
That is amazing.
It's amazing. Well, this is the really sad thing, because if you eat an orange roughy in a restaurant, there is a likelihood that your lunch is older than your grandparents.
You should eat the older thing first. And if you've got 2 pots of hummus, you'll eat the one that's... So then you eat the fish and then you eat your grandmum.
But
You date every fish.
all fish can be
Fish
aged,
can be aged by their
otolith.
That's amazing.
I know, it's so extraordinary, isn't it? It doesn't work the same in humans. Our otolith stops growing after about a week. And then, in fact, it deteriorates as we get older, and it's why old people sometimes have balance problems, is because their otolith is
So that's why
deteriorating.
you found
That's it. I'm like an old slime head.
The other fish that kind of goes in and out of fashion is the mullet.
like the hairstyle.
Looks so surprised, doesn't it?
What? Mullet?
Yeah, it looks like it's previously gone into something very hard and flat. And always worried it's going to happen again.
It's-
Oh,
how I
you
look,
know it.
yeah. So the mullet in the 1st century AD in Rome, huge prices were paid for exceptional samples, and the reason that they liked it, the fish changes colour when it dies. So if you bring a mullet to the table alive and watch it suffocate, this is extraordinary.
I'll have that grilled.
I've changed my mind. I have the tofu.
But this extraordinary story is Marshall has a story about somebody who sold a slave for 1,200 sesterces and spent the proceeds on a £4 mullet.
Wow, that's...
Yeah, I know. But the mullet haircut actually comes from a Beastie Boys song. Mullet Head, a New York hip hop group.
Say that again, sorry, Sandy. The New York hip hop group.
Does hip hop not sound right out of my mouth?
No, it's fine. I just couldn't understand it because of your accent.
Anyway, one final red fish, the red-lipped batfish. This is from Peru. I love this fish. Okay. It walks on those pectoral fins rather than swims, and this is the bit that made me so happy. There is honestly nothing on the internet that you can't get. You can get a cuddly toy. Why would somebody make this? Like, people think, oh, I know, the red-lipped batfish from Peru. Let's make it into a cuddly toy.
Yeah, it looks like it could talk at any minute.
Hello. Cheap children's television. Hello, children.
It's a very human mouth, actually.
Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Looks like he's had his lips done.
Could do with a pair of tweezers, though.
It's like saying, oh, give us a tab, Willie, I'm gasping for it.
Well, that's one of the children.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Do you have children, Alan, or is it
No.
just the rabbits?
How do I know when you are ready for sex?
When I'm finished at the buffet.
Is it you hear the Antiques Roadshow music?
So it's to do with being raddled. Anybody know what being raddled